Welcome back to industrialguideasia.com. My name is Orson. Like we do, we are back at another booth where we are going to have a representative from SCL to tell us about what they do, share their knowledge with you, the viewers. All right, so can you introduce yourself and tell us about like your company? What does your company do?
Okay, for SCL system, we have been in the market for 17 years in Singapore. So we have been one of the leading suppliers for automation and control components. So recently, for this exhibition, we came out with this IoT, Internet of Things. As you know, since the world we are going into this IoT Industrial 4.0, this will actually help a lot of companies to take a small step towards this IoT technology.
What is IoT? I always hear about IoT, just a little bit.
Okay, IoT was actually initiated by German during in the 70s, which is called embedded internet, where they will actually store all the data in their own system. So for now, what we are trying to do here is we use wireless to go to our cloud, so the information will be stored in the cloud, and in the future, for customers to bring out the data to so-called to compile the data.
Oh, all right. Yeah. So you have a lot of machines here. Can you just share with us, like demonstrate some on how it works in the IoT, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so maybe we can take a look at this exhibit over here. Okay, let's example, imagine this is a water tank, water level system. So what we do is we actually connect the transmitter to our receiver, all using just 3G, 4G or Wi-Fi connection. So what we're doing here is, let's say if your water level goes up to the high level, you can see that my tower light here is actually lit up. Okay, one of the very wonderful things about this exhibit is that distance is no issue. It's not bounded by any distance because we are using 4G. Similar to you using your mobile phone, sending an SMS, sending a WhatsApp, anywhere in the world you just send, they will receive it. It's the same logic as this.
So I can have this in Indonesia and then this in Vietnam?
Yes, correct.
Oh, all right.
Okay, when you say about this, I will bring you over to this, then you will actually see this exhibit over here.
Okay.
Okay, so what this, from here you can see that there's a so-called security camera which is located in my office in Singapore, and now we are currently in Thailand. So what I'm doing here is I will take my transmitter, I will just maybe trigger one of the buttons. You can see that my light at my office instantly light up. So this is what we say instant notification. So what we are doing here is this IoT that we are going to so-called introduce to the market is actually smart monitoring. It's for you to monitor your device wherever you are, anywhere in the world.
So with all the system and the ideas that you have, are there any challenges that you face?
Yes, we do face challenges by the so-called PLCs, gateway, all this. But of course for us, we are doing it in a more direct way. We are just directly going to the cloud. So we are keeping it at a very low cost for our end users.
So you mentioned IoT and now you mentioned the cloud.
Yes.
Just touch on a little bit about the cloud.
Okay, the cloud is a place, it's very similar to like Apple Cloud, Samsung Cloud, all this. So this cloud is a so-called server where you store all your data inside this cloud. So it's maybe for your future, you can extract some of the data compilation or big data. Yeah, since everybody, is talking about big data, this is one of the portion of the big data also.
All right, you also had a machine earlier on before you went on camera. You talked about this.
Right.
And I want you to explain this to me just briefly.
Okay, for this machine, we are actually doing a temperature and humidity sensor. So what you see on the screen here is, this is a lab view that display the temperature and the humidity now as of now. So whatever is happening in our surrounding is actually captured by this device over here. So it's very important for manufacturing companies. Let's say they have some machineries in the room where they cannot exceed a certain temperature, then they will need to use this to monitor, and it's of course, like what I said just now, in real-time monitoring. It's a smart monitoring. So they give you instant results. Correct.
Oh, all right. So throughout your explanation, I know there are a lot of people who really don't understand IoT. So a little knowledge to them watching. How can you just summarize it to them?
Okay, as the industry, we are moving to IoT 4.0, Industrial 4.0.
Yeah.
IoT will become a very important component for each and every of the company in the future. Eventually, every company will have to embark on doing this IoT as per the world's global their view, everything. So for SME, sometimes they might not be able to one shot to purchase a huge amount of so-called IoT related product. So for our product, it's a good start for SMEs to take a first very small step into the IoT industries. Correct.
So what do you think about the 4.0 industry in Southeast Asia? How is the trend?
Well, as the world is going to IoT 4.0, definitely in the near future, IoT will be taking over quite a lot of things. So in order for us to so-called move together with the economy, to move together with the world, we have to do changes to ourselves. We have to make changes ourselves, little by bit, step by step.
Oh, all right. So, of all the ideas that you shared, which industry do you think will really need this system?
Actually, every industry, they do have a certain needs for this item. It's whether when they will start to want to implement this item, this so-called technology into their system, be it automotive, be it semicon, be it manufacturing, even F&B, marine industries, all is possible.
Thank you so much, sir, for the interview. You have heard it from SCL System. They've shared that idea about Internet of Things. They've also touched on the cloud itself. So this is me, Austin, from industrialguideasia.com. Check out our site. On the description below, don't forget to follow us on our social media platforms. Check out our website, sign up, and stay educated. Goodbye.